Hello guys, so as you can see, this is the front page, home page of the MRCP. So first of all, I'm going to show you the question bank, and here it is. I have opened it. So as you can see, there are different categories, and the green portion is showing the number of questions I've got right, and the red ones are showing the wrong ones. So what I used to do was I began with the particular category and started doing the questions, and I used to read the explanations thoroughly. It is a little different from plabbable question bank, because the explanations are usually not very particularly directed toward that specific questions, but instead in the explanation the whole topic is given. So I would say the explanation are not as good as plabbable or a past test, but at least they tell you a little about the question that you have gotten wrong. So I'm going to choose cardiology, and let's see, repeat questions marked incorrect, and this is showing the high yield. The 300 is showing the, no sorry, it is the difficulty level. These are the most difficult, and these are a little less, and these are the easiest one. So what some people do is that they begin with the easiest question. I used to do the easier and the moderate ones first, and then I used to do the hardest one last. So let's begin with the show me new question only, but there is none because I have attempted all. So let's choose multiple categories, because I have done all these questions, and so there are not much left. So as you can see, this is a question asking 45 hours if your patient presents with fatigue, bruising, gum bleeding, and he reports feeling unwell and is experiencing frequent nosebleeds. All right, seems like some problem with the coagulation. On examination, his patient has multiple bruises and has clear hepatosplenomegaly, so the ear rods are present. And I would like to add here that the question bank in the real exam do look similar to that. Usually it is not longer than 2 statements or 3 statements. So this question, I would say, is particularly representative of the real question exam. So ear rod, you are looking for AML. So what is the most appropriate treatment for this patient? So I have done this question before. The answer is all round retinoic acid, because it helps with the maturation of the cells. So it is particularly given in AML, so we are going to do that. Okay, APML is treated with ATRA. So this is the kind of now, as you can see, that explanations is kind of adequate. So given the clinical presentation report finding consistent with this, the answer should be this. Okay, and then they are going to discuss the question that the options that are not right, and but usually I myself and the other people also find that the explanations are not adequate. So if you find that the explanation is not adequate, you must click discuss, because you will find that people will have commented here and discussed about it. I think this is a recent question added, because there are not much comments. Usually you will find at least 10 to 20 people who have given their opinion about it, and they have tried to give mnemonics and make the explanation easier for others. Very helpful part of the question bank is this discussion group, and very high yield discussions are going on. So I think that really sets MRCP medicine apart from other question bank, that the people have the choice to discuss freely. And also they have added a new feature of AI. If you type any questions and no one has responded to it yet, then the AI will take over, and the explanations are really good. And so also, if you are shy and you do not want to ask anything in public, then you can go here and you can expand anything that you find that the explanation is not adequate, and you will even in the explanation you can expand it further. For example, I'm not sure about this statement, I want to know more about it, let's ask any question about it. Does the size of tumor has any effect on the spread of melanoma? Let's see. So it has answered my question. The size has specifically its depth of invasion significantly affects the prognosis. I've just given you an example, and then so when you are studying you can use it. So this was not present before, it was recently added, and this is the portion that shows everything in a brief way. So if you are not in the mood of reading all the explanation, then you can do that too. So now I'm going to show you one other thing that has particularly made that this question bank very favorable, and this is the concepts that they have given. Let's see, all concepts. So if you get any question wrong, even if you get it right, they will have a short statement down like this one. If a person has painful third nerve palsy, then you will think about posterior communicating artery aneurysm, just like flashcards. So if you rate it important, then it will appear more at the top as compared to the ones that you choose that not important. So I have chosen these one as important, and so they are at the top of my all concepts. And another feature of past medicine is that it will pick up high yield and the topics that I'm weak in, and it will make a list of 100 concepts, and people usually read these concepts before 1 or 2 days before they are going to take the exam, because these are usually very high yield, and they are specifically organized on the basis of your weakness. So this is a particularly good touch. I have already told you about this high yield and extended books. Usually people use the high yield textbook. I haven't used the extended textbook. I don't know if there is any difference. So now just we will talk about the last thing that is I think very that was very helpful for me, was this performance. And you can performance from here. So this section is showing the performance of your question bank, and this is another portion of past medicine. I haven't used it too much. I gave it a try, but this is a little different, because it is like it helps you memorize a few things, but it is not building your concepts or anything like that. So I'm going to compare my performance with the others. So it is showing you, as you can see, that my performance was 69.3%, and it is putting me at the percentile of 79th, so a little above average. I was happy with that, because I think the purpose of this question bank is that you get the question wrongs, and then you look for the weakness and you work on it. So if you are getting everything right, you're scoring 90%, then it is no use for you, because you are already getting everything right and there is nothing to work on. So if you get any question wrongs, then don't get discouraged by that. Just work on the areas of the weakness, and your score will improve. I think in the beginning it was somewhere between 55 to 60, then I improved. And you can also see your performance over the time. Yeah, you can see in the beginning it was like below 60, and then it jumped up, and ultimately I maintained about 68%. And they are very beautifully represented by the graph. I started doing the questions by 24th of August, and I took my exam on the 22nd of January. This is giving me weekly aggregate score, but I don't think it is very representative of my performance, because if I have, for example, it is showing that I have done 100% question right in the week of 21st December, but actually I might have just attempted one question and that I got right, and it is giving me the average of 100%. So let's see a number of questions. I think this one is very particularly important, because it's showing how much question have you done weekly, and these are my first attempts, and these are the repeated attempts. As you can see, the maximum I have done is 355. in a week. So it really motivates you and gives you a reality check of how much have you been studying. And I recommend you do 50 questions per day, but there will be times you will be able to do that, and there will be times you won't be. So just keep average of 50 per day. It can be less than that. Okay, I think I have covered everything.